We conducted most of our discussions via email, in person on one memorable occasion, and discovered that we had almost nothing in common when it came to the criteria for the prize, which turned out to be rather wonderful. There was one jury member who thought that readability should be of the most importance. Some went for an unusual story. Some were very strong advocates of craft and ambition. And actually what happened was that by paying attention to each other and listening to each other's viewpoints, we put together what I think is an unusual and highly interesting, highly eclectic shortlist. I should say that one of the things that made this process a pleasure, apart from the Hindus' hospitality, was that the group gave us complete freedom. No one from the organization ever asked us any questions about who is going to be on the shortlist or made any suggestions about how we should conduct ourselves. The first book on the shortlist reflects something that's quite unusual about the Hindu Prize, which is that it's open to all works of fiction. That could be a novel, a novella, or short fiction. From Goa to Bangalore, Europe to Shillong, this contender's short stories remind us of the power of craft and voice. And our first nominee is Anjum Hassan for Difficult Pleasures, published by Penguin Viking. About the second book on the list. The author says this book is about the ordinary people whose lives were completely overturned by the Naga struggle, and returning attention to a neglected corner of Indian history, Easterin Kire, Bitter Wormwood, published by Zuban Books. The third book on the list starts with a sentence that I'm not going to quote in its entirety. Bombay, which obliterated its own history, is the hero or heroine of this story, after which the sentence continues for 6 pages. And for his unusual city story, Jeet Thayil, Narcopolis, Faber and Faber, and Penguin India. The fourth book on our list, and we're going in order, alphabetical order, according to the author's first names, was an unusual love story. It concerns an entire family, not just 1 or 2 people. And the family is described by the author as a family of survivors, shipwreck survivors. Jerry Pinto for M and the Big Home from Aleph Book Company. His fans waited for decades to see these two back for the 5th book and the last contender on our list. The return of Ravan, a taxi driver, and Eddie, a bouncer and bartender. Kiran Nagarkar for the extras from 4th Estate.